Now, I do networking training since about 15 years. And in those 15 years, I ask every student in my class this one basic question about networking. And this question is the essential reason why we do networking. The question, do you want to know it? It's, what is the difference between a contact and a relationship? And this difference between contact and relationship is just one short word. And this word nobody finds, which is strange because this one word and this question is like the essential reason why we do networking at all. The reason why we connect. The word is called trust. Trust is what makes a contact to a relationship. What makes the difference between something that helps you and something that's completely useless. Because I know people who claim that they have like 5,000 contacts at LinkedIn or 20,000 followers at Instagram, and they claim to be well connected. Well, they're not, because a contact is worth nothing. It's relationships that we aim for in impact networking. So what is the difference about that? Well, let's go back a few 100,000 years. When we were still living in groups of hunters and gatherers and building small tribes and living in very little villages, well, we were dependent on people who would help us in the case of danger. In case a fire breaks out in your village 100,000 years ago, what would you do? You could not run to the lake with one bucket of water and run back to your hut and try to extinguish the fire. This wouldn't work. What you needed was fellow citizens who would build a chain, and that chain with a lot of buckets of a lot of water that would extinguish the fire. If an enemy tribe invaded, you needed people you could rely on, trustworthy people. You could just not afford to risk that the people living with you would just run away when the enemy came. You needed reliable relationships, not contacts, because that was the key to survival. And we, you and me, we're just the grandchildren of the smart ones who built relationships and contacts. The ones that just didn't press connect at the LinkedIn button, but who sat down with people and built deep connections. If we connect to build coordinated groups of people that can help us in case of danger, crisis, or projects that we want to succeed in. So this is what we do. We build relationships by building trust. And this is what networking is all about. Networking is not running around like a rabbit and trying to find the carrot. This is not this business card ninja going into rooms and throwing the business card to people. Relationship building, impact networking, means you try to build trust between you and the other person so that the other person knows that in case of fire, you and your bucket are going to be there. And in case of the enemy invasion, you and your spear are going to be right where it's necessary to be. So building trust is networking and nothing else. So next time somebody comes and tells you, well, I got 5,000 contacts at LinkedIn, well, just smile and turn around and do that conversation with that one important person that you want to build trust with. That's the way of impact networking.